Hello again from Central Virginia, and today I'm going to tackle my cucumbers. I have a whole fence side of cucumbers growing here, and as you can see, they're growing crazy. They're actually planted on the other side of the fence, but I am going to tie these up. I'm going to get them going up, 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 and out, and most importantly, I'm going to do a lot of pruning, and I'll probably pick some cucumbers. This particular batch of cucumbers are called Pointsett, and for me, they have been an amazing, amazing cucumber. I love them because they just keep producing. They're pretty disease resistant and they taste delicious. So what's not to like about a cucumber like that, huh? So now we approach the beast. See how this cucumber plant is just growing into the aisle. Well, I don't really want that. I want this cucumber to grow up and sort of out onto the trellises. So where to begin? Well, I'm going to begin by looking for cucumbers. Because I know they're in here and I need to get them off. If you're new to growing cucumbers, it's really important that you pick them frequently. If you accidentally leave one to turn yellow and go to seed, your vine will stop producing. The other thing I'm getting, I'm catching lanternfly nymphs with my bare hands and getting them off of here. This is one of the new problems that we have this year. Okay, here's another cucumber. Really nice cucumbers. That one's definitely ready back here. First thing I'm going to do is take out all the leaves that are down underneath this plant because they're not doing this plant any good at all. So I'm just going to start pulling them off. They'll end up going into the compost. We're letting this plant get some aeration, which it desperately needs. And we are going to also, here's more of these frickin' lanternflies. Gotcha. Ha. Dead. Hey, I got 2 in 1. Awesome. Terrible things, these lanternflies. All right, let's get these. Any leaves that are sort of in here and just turned or curled or packed against the fence, you can go ahead and get rid of those. They're not doing this plant any good. Any leaf that looks really beaten up, go ahead and get rid of. Oh, I see loads and loads and loads of cucumbers underneath here. Wonderful to see. Okay, the second thing I'm going to do is actually prune these leader vines back. All right, this is a leader, but it's growing out, and I really want to just prune it back so that this plant grows up. So I'm going to go ahead and take that leaf. I've got a couple buds, but I'm going to cut this off so it doesn't grow anymore. I know you say, why should you do this? The plant's looking so great, but I don't want this plant growing all into my garden. I want it growing up. Yep, down off come these low ones. They're really going to give this plant a chance to breathe. That'll help with wilts of all sorts. And anything that looks diseased, anything that's dead, go ahead and just pull off. It's not doing your plant any good being a diseased leaf. Here's another leader, which I'm going to cut right here. And here's another leader that's going over into, this one is growing, I might let it go this way along the ground and then I'll pull it back up. You can also feel the breeze coming in here now. That's a good thing. You want your breeze, you want to be able to see your cucumbers. Here's one that I did not see and I would not have seen if I hadn't trimmed the leaves. It's a good size one too. See? I cannot believe how many lanternflies are in here. This is just a dreadful, dreadful, dreadful thing that we now have to contend with. Any of these interior leaves that are not doing well or just they're kind of in the way, they're not really helpful for the plant to breathe. Maybe they're older, kind of beat up. You can just go ahead and pull them right off. This plant's going to have a ton of cucumbers, so I am certainly not worried about that. You can see how this plant is just going in so many different directions. I want it to be doing this, growing up. Here's one of those lanternflies. I did not get that one, but I got him that time. No, he got away. This leaf, it's got a lot of damage in it. I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to pull anything that's off, that's smashed up against the fence. There's some down in here that can be pulled off. Notice this is a nasturtium leaf, and I'm growing nasturtiums. They're actually coming up the other way. I'm pulling that leaf off. I'm pulling extraneous leaves off. Look, there's a firefly right down there. Fireflies can be predatory. Did you know that? There we go. Here are more leaders that I'm going to cut off. They're growing out here. I'll just cut this one right here. I'll cut this one. I've got plenty of cucumbers. I don't need this to grow out. You'll want to every now and then just take a step back and see how you're doing with your progress. You can see that in this space, there's still a lot to be thinned out. So I'm going to work there now. All right, that task is done. And I have a huge bucket of cucumbers here, plus one Costa Romanesca squash, which is going to be delicious. But here's what I want to show you. This is the one that almost got away. This cucumber is way too big and it was hiding. So it's a good thing to do to like pull away your leaves to make sure that you find every cucumber. If left on the vine, this would eventually turn yellow. The plant would say, I'm done. I've produced my seed cucumber, and then it would stop producing. But I want these to keep producing for quite a while, although it's going to be a lot of cucumbers to manage. So do check your cucumbers every single day once they start producing, because they will just keep going like gangbusters. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do consider it. And don't forget to give a like too. Thanks again. Take care. Bye.